Hey, it's your boy Chango coming at you with another video. This video is 10 minutes of Shane Gillis exposing brutal history, brought to you by Punchline Comedy. Alright, I feel like you can never go wrong with a Shane Gillis video. And I know he's kind of a little bit of a bro history buff dude. With that being said, I'm excited. Let's get right into it.
You know how racist you had to like be in the South and wake up one day and be like, wait, they freed who? What the fuck? I'm going up there. They had to change. There was a battle. I forget the name of it. So I was just watching Ken Burns on it. What is it?
Dien.
Yes. So the French were kind of fucking up the Vietnamese. I mean, it was the same as us versus them. They had superior firepower. But again, just like time and time again, the Vietnamese were very good at guerrilla warfare because we trained them during World War II.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a little fucking, Mujahideen type shit.
Yeah.
And they were about to come to talks. France and Vietnam, they were about to come to the table. Before they went to have talks, they both tried to get one more offensive in, so they had leverage when they went to talks.
Nice.
So France sets up at, what's it, Bien
Phu, yeah.
They just put themselves at the bottom of this valley, and they're like, we're just going to build an airfield here. We're going to fuck them up. One of the French generals was like, I have too many guns. We're going to fuck these dudes up.
Damn.
And the Vietnamese surrounded them in this valley and just destroyed them. The French guy, the general that led that, killed himself honorably because he was like, we're going to wipe the floor with these guys.
Why'd they go in a valley? Isn't that a bad? I'm not a military tactician, but isn't that like not the good idea?
Yeah. How crazy are the British? Just going to come over here and start marching.
Yeah, we're going to walk right at you.
Big white stripe on your chest.
Red jackets.
It's 100% a target.
Yeah.
Red and white is what you use for archery targets.
Yeah. They had to change.
It's so dumb.
Once rifling took over, they had to be like, all right, we got to switch our uniforms.
But I think a lot of people don't understand why Napoleon is the GOAT. Because in America, we look at the French as just getting walked over through wars throughout history.
Wild.
But he was that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So when we were in our private drunk bar conversations, you were breaking down Napoleon and
That's because I had just read it and it was fresh. I don't remember
Total War.
a lot
Just
of
break
it.
down Total War.
Total War, yeah.
Which is different than American Total War. Tecumseh Sherman.
Yeah, kind of. But yes, the Total War was like maybe invented by Napoleon, where it was like using the entire country. The way you were talking about using like women, just the entire country's industry switches to war.
Like when it's wartime?
Yeah.
The car makers don't make cars.
Yeah,
they make tanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And bullets. And the entire country is like, yo, it's on. And no other country did that. War was kind of...
It was gentlemanly.
Yeah, it's a
Like
weird thing
lords
to say
would
that.
have like, they would like, when they surrendered a fort, they would like hand them a sword and have like a meeting and all that shit. But he was the one that was like, no, we're fuck them. Killing everybody.
I'm wondering how many more people have died in war since Napoleon. Like,
I mean, World War II was...
crazy.
1 and 2 we did it. It's the worst things that have ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
They did it. And we'll do it again.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it again.
You keep going from they to we and
if it's a victory.
Those guys did it. And now we're gonna do it
Well,
again.
we were in both World
the
Wars.
people
so
alive.
We'll be in the third, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll do it.
You're not sitting that out.
But does the third happen? I don't know. I go back and forth if the third one actually happens. Because I think if the third one happens, it's just everybody's dead.
Because we have weapons of mass destruction now?
Yeah, I just...
It's like that Einstein quote.
Yeah. What is it? The last war will be fought with...
Yeah, the first war was like bullets and guns. The second is bullets and guns, but the third will be sticks and stones or some shit like that.
What was World War I over?
That's the ultimate dumbest fucking one ever.
What is it over?
Archduke Franz Ferdinand got assassinated in Serbia.
That's right.
And then Serbia...
the guy, Lucky, ran into him outside of a restaurant.
Yeah.
I tried to kill him, didn't. Then his car was parked outside of a restaurant. He's like, oh.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah. And then Serbia's ally was Russia. Austria's ally was Germany. Germany was like, we're going to help Austria. That's why they got blamed.
Wow. And then the whole world.
And then the whole world, which they were all cousins.
Why'd they assassinate that dude?
Because Austria and Serbia, I guess, had a pretty long history of fighting each other. And he was in Serbia, Montenegro, was it? And it was kind of like flaunting it a little.
Oh,
it was kind of like, you shouldn't be here.
Like
Although,
when Nancy Pelosi went to Taiwan.
yeah.
Yeah.
Of just like, I
What?
can handle it. Yeah.
What you gonna do, China?
I could be wrong though. I think it was like Franz Ferdinand was actually like one of the guys in Austria that liked Serbia, and he was one of the guys like helping it. He was like an advocate for it.
So what happens in Germany during World War I?
So World War I was over nothing. They fought. Everybody died. Like millions of people died.
Yeah.
Over, and a lot of times it's just trench warfare where they, over the course of 4 or 5 years, they gained nothing, lost nothing. So at the end of the war, like when France and Germany and England had to sign this treaty, they were like the allies that won were like, oh, we gotta gain something out of this because otherwise our people are gonna kill us. When we signed this treaty and neither of us, nothing changed, and that was all for literally for nothing. So then they just blamed Germany for everything. They were like, you owe France reparations. Gavrilo Princip. God, so good.
He was 19 years old.
Fucked up the whole world. Wow. Good job, Gavrilo.
One teenager.
Yeah.
History, like the quick history we have of Native Americans is that they were like one with nature and peaceful.
Right.
And it's actually borderline racist where you're taking away the agency of them. Like,
Right.
they were people.
Right.
They were shitty.
Right.
They were just as shitty.
Right.
So, you know.
They had issues. Yeah, because I think like most people don't know because you read this book, but like most people think, I think like America, the United States came in, ripped these good, nature-loving Native Americans from their land, put them on reservations, and we owe them everything. Like we are horrible, so horrible to them, which I'm sure is all true. I know that. That is all true.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the Comanches, is it just one tribe of the Native Americans? The Comanches were bad, or like did you learn that like a bunch of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ton.
Yeah.
There was so many tribes. And
Right.
they were, like the Comanche, when they not started, but like the early records of the Comanche were like, they were kind of up in like the Rockies, and they were little tiny guys. That's another thing.
Squeaks, we call them on the show. They were
all
squeaks.
like, because we have this version of Native Americans that are like the northeastern, the woodland tribes where they're all like avatars.
Right.
Like long and sinuous, how do I say that word?
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Cinnabon? Sinewy?
Cinnamon?
Long avatar people.
Long avatar people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then you head out west, and they were much more like Mexicans.
Right. Just little squeaks.
Little tiny guys.
But those were the Comanches were the squeaks?
The Comanches were the squeaks.
But they were fucking...
And they sucked for a while. And then when the Spanish came over, brought the horses, and then the horses would start to escape and get out. And certain tribes didn't know what to do. Like the Apache were just eating the horses.
Really?
They weren't sure how to... these things are good. We're going to keep munching these.
Yeah.
And then the Comanche started riding them and got, like, incredible at it. And then, so for, like, centuries, they were the lowest on the pecking order, and they would get fucked up by
Comanches.
everybody. Yeah, the Comanches would get rocked by everybody, and then they got horses and just... They got revenge, dude. They Columbined out.
Right.
All the people that were picking on them
got
paid
fucked.
for it.
They got it. They got it hard.
You had to think of how much the British Army conquered in the world.
Everybody.
Like, everybody. And imagine that their decision to fight was this way. Like how? How did you get from like the Mongols to that? How does that happen in 1,000 years?
I guess
the Mongols had all these crazy tactics. They would starve people out, lock them in their cities.
Yeah.
They would wait them out slowly.
You get artillery and guns, you can just, especially
This is crazy.
That's just running it down your throat, dude. It's like we're gonna walk at you.
I just can't imagine that someone wouldn't say, "Hey, isn't there a fucking better way to fight these people?"
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this right here is why the Vietnamese fucked the US up, right? Because it's like, we had uniforms, they knew who the enemy was, but they did not have uniforms, and everybody looked the same, and we had no way to tell them apart as far as who's the enemy, who is a soldier, who is in the military. They're all Vietnamese people, and they're all there to kill you, right? And that is just messed up, because it's like, now you gotta kill women and children because you don't know who the enemy is, right? And that is rough. And then now you have these fucks like marching at you. Yeah, if they try to pull that shit against the Vietnamese, they would have like fucked them up, right? Shout out to Vietnam though. I think I would say sometime within the next 5 years I want to go visit because it looks beautiful over there. For those of you that don't know, you're missing out, right? And I really want to go there. I'm actually considering living there at some point. We'll see. Anyways, let's carry on.
Like,
what are we doing?
Let's get behind a tree and then shoot them.
I can't even watch this, dude. I can't believe people did that. That's it's so crazy. It's like, how did they survive to become that silly? Like, that's a silly way to fight a war, right? So how did they survive with those strategies? How were they dominant with those strategies?
Because they're the only ones with, well, most of them are colonies, where the other guys they have fucking cowhide shields and spears, like the Zulu.
And so they were the only ones with muskets?
Yeah, you have fucking guns. You're going to win. You're the only ones with guns.
So the British were the only ones with guns?
Well, when it came to like their colonies, in a land war, they would lose a lot to like France, Prussia, those like major continental powers. But England always had a navy. They always dominated through naval warfare, and then they had to team up with everyone to stop Napoleon.
Dude, once they started shooting cannonballs off boats,
it's a problem.
That must have been the game changer.
Huge problem.
When did they start doing that? When they start doing cannonballs from boats? Because that is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got a cannon on a boat?
Shooting at people without cannons?
Boom!
Yeah, you just do this all day.
How many times did they have to shoot that cannon before they figured out how hard they have to bolt it into the floor?
A lot. That thing shot out the other side of the boat.
You got a floating wooden thing with this giant iron tube on it that has explosions go off on it.
And just 4 poor guys from Manchester operating it. Oh my God.
Boom!
Yeah. Speaking of the Japanese, I was watching Letters from Iwo Jima. You ever see that? So Clint Eastwood did Flags of Our Fathers. And then he did Letters from Iwo Jima, and it was about the Japanese at Iwo Jima. And they were fucking retarded.
What?
They killed themselves constantly.
Really?
They're like, if we're gonna lose, we gotta kill ourselves.
Part of their culture, though.
I know, it's a dumb part of their
kamikaze plane.
Kamikaze's sick. This is just literally us sitting here and be like, all right, they're probably gonna win. We should just do the honorable thing right now and kill ourselves. And each dude just takes a grenade out and is like, goodbye, everyone.
Shit.
It's like, don't do that. Go take the grenade and throw it at the guys.
That's
coming
crazy.
At you.
Yeah.
That's it. They were like, don't be a coward. You got to fucking kill yourself right now.
Damn.
Talk about
that's
suicide.
also a good war tactic too, though. Just be like, yo, Japan, I don't know if you know this, we're winning. And they're like, fuck.
Yeah, you can't fire us. We quit. They did rage quit. Japan rage quit constantly.
Rage quit.
They were down 30 in Madden and was just like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm turning off the game.
All right, so that was pretty entertaining. You know, who would have thunk, right, that Shane Gillis would be a history teacher, right? I mean, that's basically what he is. Can you imagine you go to school and that fucker is teaching you shit? I feel like in an alternate universe, he doesn't make it into comedy, but he becomes a history teacher. That would be pretty fun, right? And yeah, only if, right? I've always wondered, like, if I could time travel, I would try to explore different alternatives of how to live my life, right? Like, what is it, Doctor Strange, Mr. Strange? Let's go with Senor Strange, right? I don't know. I think it's Doctor Strange, right? Anyways, that dude had, like, he can just see different outcomes, like 10,000 outcomes of the same thing. And it's like, God, that would be cool if I, like, can do that. And then just go try it out, right? Go back and live the most optimal way, right? Like, I always wonder, like, what if I never joined the military? Or what if I did but never got injured? Or what if, like, I mean, all kinds of shit. And those of you who don't know, your boy Chango was a Marine, and I got injured when I was younger, and I wasn't in very long. Just put it that way. It's a story for another day, right? But yeah, I always wonder, like, what if I didn't get injured, right? Would I have done like a 20-year like career in the military? Like, would I be some E7, E8 or something at some point? Or what if I never met my wife? Or what if, like, you know, just shit like that, right? Because, yeah, if I would have had a 20-year career, I probably would have never met my wife. And so the life would be completely different, right? And, again, what if Shane Gillis never did comedy, right? Would he be a history teacher? Would he be doing some other shit? I feel like regardless, it's he would be a funny man, right? He'd be the kind of guy you run into at a bar and just has you fucking cheesing and shit. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are about all of this shit. I find this history stuff pretty fascinating. Even though, like, this wasn't the funniest video I've ever seen, right? Like, it's history, right? And that shit can be boring sometimes. But I find it fascinating. I can watch documentaries. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you can comment down below and suggest a documentary, it doesn't necessarily have to be a military one, just anything in general, documentary wise, that you find entertaining, right? It doesn't have to be funny, it doesn't have to be scary, it doesn't have to be whatever, right? Just I'm curious what you fucks have. I mean, I'm sure Team Chango for the win. I'm sure you guys have the greatest suggestions ever, right? And while I'm at it, I might as well let you guys know. So your boy Chango is going overseas on a 20-hour flight. And so I need some entertainment. I'm going to bring my iPad with. And again, if you guys have some documentaries, fucking bring them my way, right? Anyways, if you haven't clicked away, like and subscribe while you're at it. I'm running a special. It's Halloween. Right now, it's free $99 if you like and subscribe. And also, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw in the notification bell just to, like, sweeten it up, right? And I'm not charging. There's not going to be any tariffs on it. So, how about them apples, right? Anyways, that's all I really got. You guys take care. Peace out.